add to stream. How about that? I think I did it. If you can hear me, okay. Um, and believe me, it is my first time streaming through this platform using StreamYard, if you will. So just let me know, a comment or two to let me know that you were indeed able to hear me as well as see me. I'm Toye Johnson-Vincent, your no sugarcoating coach, motivational speaker, certified life coach, HR, talent acquisition, and that's that fancy smancy title for corporate recruiting, matching that wonderful talent to major corporations for many, many, many years. And I just want to say thank you very much for checking me out. Again, this is my first live stream utilizing this platform. So I really hope that this works. I really, really do. And again, if you have yet to connect with me or subscribe to my YouTube channel, I really appreciate that you do so. Okay. Don't forget, before you even right now, press the subscribe button. I appreciate you. Definitely, definitely do. So let me just say, this is going to be pretty much short and sweet, right? Earlier, I did put out some content, a video regarding mindset. I can't tell you enough about mindset. It's almost one of my signature topics that I speak on. And my background being HR, human resources, and right now, of course, working more as a consultant on any projects that you may have, you or your organization may have. That's the area of my expertise. But let me just say this. I am a motivational speaker, a certified life coach, HR talent acquisition, and believe it or not, with all that pandemic going on, I said, hey, I need something else under my belt. And so I decided to become an accredited virtual presenter. So for all of your virtual needs, including platforms and streaming, of course, I'm kind of new at doing the streaming part, although I'm not new to speaking live because I enjoy it, believe it or not. A lot of people don't, but I just happen to like that format. And bringing forth positive and reinforcement of information that is valuable information or of value to you as a listener. And I'm hopeful that you don't just listen to my content, but that you actually can put things in action to make things go much smoother than perhaps it has been in either your career life, your career or professional life. And not only that, or your educational life. And of course, there's always professional development, there's personal development. And we want you, or I want you to have the best, life skills journey that there is. Because what I always say, typically at the end of any broadcast that I do, is success is in your future. And I'm not kidding. It is. So don't give up, whatever you do. And again, if you just take a few gems from whatever I say today and beyond, and if you don't have time to listen today, make sure you check out my videos, previous videos that are out there on YouTube. I also have a Facebook page. Make sure you check me out, Toye Johnson-Vincent, motivational speaker on YouTube. Subscribe, Facebook, LinkedIn, the professional website. We have some career questions. Just make sure you inbox me there. And of course, my website, if you want to learn more about me and multiple stories of #resilience, and that is www.tjvempowersyou.com. Again, tjvempowersyou.com. That's my website. So make sure you check out my bio. I'm sure you'll learn a little bit more about me, and perhaps you may want to invite me. And if not you or someone within your professional circles, make sure you get me on that invited speaker list. How about that? Right? So not not just here, just for my health, just talking it up, chatting it up. Yes, I'm absolutely available and prepared for speaking as well as coaching opportunities for individuals and group settings. Yeah. So with that said, that was a mouthful. So I want to get right on to it. The first thing is your mindset. And, really briefly, how you feel. What do you feel when you get up in the morning? Do you feel like, oh, you're kind of sluggish? You're not ready to present yourself to the world, as they say, or get on the world stage? You're just having that kind of, you know, just that hazy kind of day. You do not want to do anything. It's like the sun glaring in your eyes. Stop it. Why don't you? If you get that kind of feeling, well, you have to turn that around. Some of us need a little bit more vitamin D than others, or B12. But beyond that, it really does start with the mindset. I always say that no matter what, things start with the mindset. That means your day will start with the mindset, but it has to be a positive one. Everything won't be perfect throughout your life skills journey. I just did a video on this. Everything won't be perfect. You can strive for perfection, but you don't have to be perfection. Again, you can, right? Strive for perfection, but you don't necessarily have to be perfection. Your whole entire being, who you are, as long as you know who you are internally and where you're going is even better. And then you can decide about there are different levels of perfection, but you don't have to necessarily be perfect all of the time, all day, all of the time, and beyond. Okay. Just be yourself. And so with that positive mindset, when you decide that when you wake up in the morning, no matter what you need to face that day, it could be in your personal life, your career life, your educational life, family, anything can probably drive you bananas, but you don't want to go there. You don't want to be in that space all day long because it really doesn't help you accomplish any goal, really, other than the goal to just make yourself even sick because, it's basically like, maybe it's blood pressure and high blood pressure. You get stress and there's so many different chronic diseases. It can elevate your blood sugar level. Anything and everything you do, thinking starts here, can affect the way you are physically and emotionally. So it's very important to just relax, calm down, take a deep breath and say, I'm going to get through this day. That's what you want to say to yourself. And then you want to be that. And then if there are people who are around you, including family or friends that you may be getting calls throughout the day, texts, inundated with emails, and you need to tone it down a bit. You need to take a step back. Do you have to return that call right away? You must ask yourself, what is the priority of my day? If the call isn't a priority or an emergency, then you can put that on the back burner, so to speak, and you can return the call later. Perhaps you can't talk anyway, but you can just text. A short text will be fine. If you start getting into texting, you're still texting the same person 5 minutes later, it's a lot. That means you could have picked up the phone and had the conversation. But if you're trying to just have a better mindset before, during, and after your day is complete, then you don't want to become overwhelmed and inundated with so much information coming, and you can't even really focus on your goal, whatever the goal was for the day. And if you're working in the traditional 9 to 5 and you have the ability, obviously you may be, reporting into someone or you're on a team of people and you have not taken care of you, capital Y-O-U, now where does that leave you, capital Y-O-U, at the end of the day? These are questions that you must ponder and think about on a daily basis. And the first and foremost is the most important person would be you. Right? There are going to be people who, there will be people who are depending on you, especially if it's small children and all of that, or an elderly family member where you cannot ignore. We understand that. That's one thing. But if you decide, you still have to prioritize. You know what needs to be done. And so get that list out the night before so that you are not straggling around, just kind of, you're all over the place because you don't have any you basically, you just don't have things on paper, so you don't have a list. And if the list seems to get too long, make sure you just prioritize from 1 to 3, 1 to 4 things. That's a nice even number, just 4 things on your list for the day, so that you can break up your day and say, let me do a check off near the end of the day. And then, of course, if you're calling people and they haven't called you back, and then you're like, I've got to go home, and you finish work, and you have to put that one that you didn't get the phone calls back, and you really need to catch up with that person or individual or a group, then you put them at the top of your list. They become the priority of or on your list for the very next day. So that's how you kind of work that in. But again, it's really all about the mindset. I talk about it all of the time in terms of writing things down, but you have to start here. You have to really use your smart space. We have smartphones, but the phones can't be your all in all day long. I mean, a lot of the smarts will have to come from here. And if that smartphone is constantly ringing, constantly dragging your attention away from the goal at hand, then that becomes an issue for you that you need to address immediately, or it will just become something of larger concern, not only for you, perhaps the employer, perhaps you're distracted, you're not getting things done, you haven't met deadlines, you forgot about a meeting, you're running late, you didn't even eat your lunch, for goodness sake, and you're working through your lunch. That's even worse. So there are reasons why and how your mindset plays an important role throughout your day. So with that said, I really hope that you gain something from just of the, bits and pieces of information I just move forward for you, and some gems of information that I love to drop on any given day and time. But if you want to learn more about me and my multiple stories, and I do mean multiple stories, I'm talking job loss, loss of a child, which is one of the most traumatic loss, psychologically speaking, in which I did suffer that many years ago, loss of my daughter through congenital heart disease. So again, you never judge a book by its cover, because you never know someone's story. But yes, I am here to talk about career development because of my background in human resources, and it's a very strong background, spilled well over the 10 and 15 and perhaps 20-year mark. So things have changed, but again, the basics are still the same when it comes to career development and your resumes and your interviewing. So I talk a lot about those things and topics, whether it's live or it's a scheduled class, etc. I'm available for those type of speaking engagements or even coaching as well. So again, check out my website, and that would be TJV empowers you, the letter u.com. Again, www.tjv empowers you, the letter u.com, just so that you know that you can connect with me there. But make sure you connect with me on all social media platforms, especially if you're interested in me speaking at your upcoming event. Make sure you can inbox. And again, I'm on Facebook, Toye Johnson-Vincent, the No Sugarcoating Coach. I'm a motivational speaker, also a certified life coach. I have a Facebook page. Just pull me up, start to follow me on my page. LinkedIn, the professional website where tons of resumes are out there, career development topics, and I'm usually chiming in on those as well. Twitter, and of course, Instagram. But don't forget, if you're on YouTube right now, subscribe, hit that red button, your subscribe button, whether you're on your smartphone or not. Make sure that you can forward the video, share the video, and show me the love. Again, I'm Toye Johnson-Vincent, your no sugarcoating coach, motivational speaker, certified life coach, HR talent acquisition, and accredited virtual presenter. I look forward to bringing more content to you in this format. Today, it's through StreamYard. And again, it's my first time streaming on YouTube. So I'll see you next time. Until then, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And more importantly, remember this: success is in your future. Bye now.